Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome to the first part of my new livestream playthrough. It is finally Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, but I really got, I guess, a bit delayed with my livestream playthroughs for a while there, because I was doing them one at a time. Like, I was doing one livestream playthrough, I would force myself to finish that game, then I'd do another livestream playthrough, but I've since changed that. I did actually, however, waited, I can't fucking talk today, hello. I did actually end up waiting until I finished Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, a livestream playthrough, before actually starting this one, so I did actually technically hold myself up there for a little while, but here I am. We are ready to play, and what I'm going to do here, actually for your benefit, is reset my PS2 so that you can hear the PS2 startup music, because a lot of you probably get a bit of nostalgia out of that, and a lot of you probably haven't played on a PlayStation 2 in quite some time, so I'm gonna do that. And, yeah, outside of that, there's really nothing of any specific interest. Are you ready for some nostalgia, Vernon? Get a load of this. Alrighty. Just wanted to share that with you. So, the game just needs to load in here. There's a lot of resolution changes that take place. And, yeah, I'm just going to get my YouTube chat organized. I launched the game a little bit just to get cropping taken care of, because the crop is very, very different to Legacy of Darkness, of course. But now that that's been taken care of, I can actually get started here. I have not played this game before. This is going to be a blind playthrough. I've got no idea what to expect. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you. I have no idea what to expect. I really don't. It could be really terrible. It could be average. It could actually be good. I actually don't know, but all I can tell you is that based on the fact that I just managed to get through Legacy of Darkness, I think no matter what this is, it's going to be an improvement over that experience. So that's what we're going to be doing. Of course, given the fact that I have a language selection here, you should therefore assume that I'm playing the European version. And I will indeed show it to you, because I usually do these sorts of things. I like to showcase video games when I... especially ones like these. I always, well not always, but I usually, when I'm recording, will be recording off the original system using an actual disc, so therefore I like to show you the physical copies on camera. I don't know if this will be taking any colours out. No, it doesn't really take colours out, so I don't have to turn off my chroma key for this. But this is actually the European version of Lament of Innocence. Now, the way in which this differs from the version that you might be familiar with, if you are at all familiar with the game, is that it's actually not called Lament of Innocence, it's just called Castlevania. They had the balls to just be like, no, this is going to be so definitive as a video game that we're just going to call it Castlevania. This is Castlevania on PlayStation 2. But it is indeed the same game to my understanding as Lament of Innocence. There is no real change, it's just they've... well, not that you can really see much on the back there, but already starting a new game? Well, yeah. I just finished Legacy of Darkness, so we're moving on to the next Castlevania game. And quite frankly, I need to cleanse my palate after indulging in the experience of playing that fucking game, Legacy of Darkness. I've got a few things included here. I've got a little booklet, which is Konami of Europe for 2003 and 2004. There it is there. See what's going on in there. I would have checked this at some point. Zone of the Enders, the second runner, okay. It's got a bit of a smell to it. Here's Bloody Roar 4. All sorts of older games here. Just being advertised, I suppose. Games that would have released between 2003 and 2004 would be my guess. This game came out in 2004. I've got McFarlane's Evil Prophecy. Gradius 4. Firefighter FD18. Okay. Got some weird games in here. Got Psy Girls. You know, some are classics and some are just not. And there we've got, again, Castlevania. Check this out. It just says Castlevania on the other side. Doesn't say anything else. Doesn't say Lament of Innocence, nothing like that. It just says, oh, okay. Catch you later, potato. It just says, Castlevania. Nothing else. There's not a word pertaining to Lament of Innocence anywhere on there. Now, I don't know if they decided that Lament of Innocence was too long of a name or something like that. I really don't know. But, for some reason, they just weren't a fan. I can join the free prize draw. This is a postcard that is addressed to Konami in London. P.O. Box 21, London. So I can enter the free draw to win... Oh, it asks me, which of the following systems do you own? PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, Game Boy Advance /SP, or PC? I think everyone owns a PC, even in 2004, surely. Maybe not a good one, but, you know. Which other game types are you into? Action / adventure, sports, fighting, driving, RPG, shoot 'em ups, music / dancing. How did you hear about this game? Lifestyle magazines, games magazines, TV, internet, in-store. Internet is the fourth option. I don't know how lifestyle magazines is the top option. But anyway. What do you mean I've got to join quick? What am I joining? Oh yeah, right. Well, it's not like a membership thing, it's, I need to enter for the free prize draw, I suppose. So, Lament of Innocence, you will know... Whoops, I dropped my postcard. Uh-oh. If I damage my postcard, I might not be entered into the free prize draw. Let me get that. I could win a sick-ass dancing Game Boy Advance game, yeah. Okay, put that to the side. I'll be keeping that for later. I'll be mailing that into Konami in London. Imagine if they received that. They probably still have that address, you know. They probably still have that address, and if they received that, they'd probably be like, whoa, what the fuck? Very funny. But, yeah, so we've got a few different covers here. We've got the game cover, which is this, obviously, as I showed you before. We've got the cover of the manual, which is just here. Looks pretty cool. I actually personally think this would have served as a better game cover. Looks really cool. You get a better shot of the character, to be honest. This doesn't really work. I mean, he looks like Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. He's just got this sort of like the lips going there, and to me, it's a 3D render more than it is like a drawing. This is more of a drawing and is more in the style of Castlevania. Not that you can see it very clearly, but there's a third cover, and this is the one that appeared on the front cover of Lament of Innocence in the US and I believe also in Japan. And that's it there. It's kind of weird that they've got all these different covers, but there you go. So I won't really go through too much of this manual. Lovely manual though, you know, it's 2004, people still read game manuals. We've got something of a poster here. It's not really a poster, it's just the idea is, oh my god. We've got this here. I can't really show you it perfectly because I mean, I love this artist. I absolutely adore this artist, I have to tell you. But, oh, and we've also got, is that voice actors on the back? Oh, you are the artist. Hi, I'm Ayami Kojima. As a graphic artist, I'm mainly working on drawing the illustrations of historical and mystery novels. I've learned drawing all by myself and had the great opportunity of turning my hobby into my job. This is my 5th Castlevania game I've been working on. You may remember my previous work from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Castlevania Chronicles, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, and Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. To be honest, the main character of this game, Leon, is a bit different from what I generally work on. When I created his character, I tried to reflect the image of a young, serious, and passionate guy, having purity at the same time. In some way, Leon is a novice, being the first Belmont to fight Dracula. They've spelt Belmont a little... Well, I suppose that was a typo. They've spelt Belmont as Belmont. MT at the end instead of NT. Nice typo there in the game manual. To fight Dracula, and the character should show the difference between him and his descendants. However, my expertise is to deal with a suspicious or wicked man. In other words, I really like drawing the bad guy. That's why creating Walter was a lot of fun. He certainly is not your average bad guy type of boss character. In his way, he is too cool for this, isn't he? I hope you will like the character designs in Castlevania on PlayStation 2. That's the kind of thing you don't get in game manuals anymore, because you don't get game manuals. I get to read a little write-up by the graphic designer / artist of the game. We've got a little thing of characters here, with that art as well. And you know, the more I get to look at this art, the happier I am, because it's just lovely. But I think that's probably going to conclude the showcasing of all the bits and pieces that I have with the game itself. But yeah, that is Castlevania Lament of Innocence, the physical copy, also known as just Castlevania. Just Castlevania. I mean, whose idea was that? Seriously, you don't just call it Castlevania or nothing else. You can't distinguish it from anything else. It's just... You say Castlevania on PS2, it's like, okay, which one? At this point, there were no others, but... What about Curse of Darkness? If you say Castlevania on PS2, people are going to go, Lament of Innocence or Curse of Darkness? It's stupid. There's no reason to just call it Castlevania. I hate it. There would have been a marketing reason why, but I'm not a fan. I'll tell you that much. I will be setting video mode to NTSC 60Hz. And then it needs to fix itself up there. We will indeed start game. No game data present on memory card, yeah. As you would expect. As I would hope so. I'd be a little concerned if if there were save data on this memory card, it would mean some guy broke in, sat down, put the Lament of Innocence disc in my PlayStation 2, launched it, and started playing, and then went on his merry way. Which I'd be concerned about.
However, with the reforms of the late 11th century, knights became protectors of the peace. They valued courage and honor, fighting heretics and heathens in God's name. In this age, one company of knights was said to be invincible.
That's true, Andrew.
Two men. Leon Belmont, a courageous man who feared nothing and whose combat abilities were second to none. And Matthias Kronqvist, a genius tactician whose learning made him an exception in a largely illiterate society. They trusted each other completely, and they were bound by an old friendship. However, sorrow awaited Matthias upon his return from a victorious campaign. It was news of the sudden death of his beloved wife, Elisabetta. Matthias's grief was profound, and he became bedridden. A year has passed since then. Thanks to Leon's efforts, their company remains proudly undefeated. However, a mysterious army of monsters suddenly appears in Leon's domain. The Crusades are raging in the east, and since the Church is focusing on fighting heathens rather than monsters, it has forbidden unauthorized battles. Leon wants permission to sortie, but the Church has no intention of granting it.
Okay. Oh, still going. Still going.
From his sickbed.
Wow.
And tells Leon that the appearance of the monsters is tied to a vampire who has a castle in the forest called Eternal Night, and that Leon's betrothed, Sarah, has been kidnapped and brought to that castle. Leon realizes that he must renounce his title to rescue his beloved. The forest is swollen with darkness, as if it would rob away everything, and only moonlight provides a ray of A great legend is about to begin.
Okay, so I've got this little dickhead next door with some kind of clarinet thing that he can't play, and I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't going to bleed into the microphone. He's going, wah, wah, wah. It's like, oh fucking, I'm gonna clobber you across the head with that object. But anyway, aside from that, we are here at the title screen. God damn it! Looks better than the last one. Well, you'd bloody well hope so. But interestingly, only 4 years have passed between the previous one and this one. So, there you go. What I'm really hoping is that I'm not going to have to watch that again. That would be really awkward if I had to do that. But anyway, let's go to new game and make ourselves a new game. Because look, sometimes they have the introductory cutscene appear when you're just at the title screen and also at the beginning of a new save file. Here's hoping we can fucking skip it if we have to watch it again. But anyway, do I have a lowercase option here for my name? I really don't know. We've got an interesting little circular object here to indicate what we are highlighting. Oh shit, I've played this one before. That screen reminded me of it. Yeah, I'm sure you've probably played it a long time ago. But this is my first time playing through, so I'm somewhat looking forward to this. It was a fairly well played game back then, I think. I don't know about Curse of Darkness. I think this one was well played though. Like a lot of people at least played it a little bit. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to call myself. What should I call myself? I guess just. Usually I would do. For Castlevania games, for one reason or another, I choose Ava for my file name. But I guess I could just. Can I fit Doomlink in there? Usually I can't. It's usually like one character off. Oh, I think I can fit it. It's looking like I can. It's very close. Oh, I can fit Doomlink in. That's unbelievable. Oftentimes, I'm just one character off. I can fit Doomlink. Thank God for that. Start the game with this name? Yes, please. I'll probably reduce the volume of the game just a little bit. Probably don't need it to be much louder than that. Mr. Clarinet Extraordinaire over there is going at it again. So we want memory card slot 1 because slot 2 has a PS1 memory card inserted, so yeah. I feel old having been able to play the PS1 when it released, yeah. Name him Dink. No, I won't be doing that. Alrighty, so I will indeed save in slot 1. Slot 2 is not going to work. There is no save data on memory card 8 megabytes for PlayStation 2 in memory card slot 1. 8 megabytes is pretty significant for this era, but either way, I will create new save data. That would be a good idea. That guy, that kid rather, is really pushing his fucking luck with me. Oh really? We've got 10 possible, I guess, quest files you would call them? I'm not sure. Let's go and just go to slot 1. Go to slot 1. I'm so fucking articulate, aren't I? I'm being distracted by the clarinet guy. Doesn't this look so much better? I don't know why they've gone with this. I mean, is that their attempt of doing like a widescreen thing? Oh, they need space for the subtitles. Okay.
He must really like you. You won't be able to leave now.
Who's there?
Now, don't get so excited. I'm just an old man. I just came to gawk at the man crazy enough to come here.
You don't seem like a monster.
Of course not. What is your name?
Leon.
Leon. You're not Baron Leon Belmont.
Just Leon Belmont. I have given up my title. And you, old man?
Pardon me, Lord Belmont. My name is Rinaldo Gandolfi.
You can call me Leon, and I will call you Rinaldo. Don't call me Lord. We're equals now.
As you wish. Now, please follow me to my cottage. I want to talk to you.
If someone says, please follow me to my cottage, I want to talk to you, I'd be reconsidering. So that kid's playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on his fucking clarinet while I'm trying to do a recording.
Rinaldo, can I ask
He'll be
you,
seeing stars in a moment.
why are you living in a place like this?
I have unfinished business with Walter Bernhard, the master of this forest.
Unfinished business?
Not worth mentioning. I owe him.
Well, I won't ask any more, but you're not in danger living so close to him?
It seems eternal life is extremely boring. He enjoys playing at cat and mouse with the hunters that come here, though, of course, there's no way that he could ever lose. He thinks that, my helping hunters makes the game more fun.
I see. But what do you mean by there being no way he could lose?
Vampires are loved by the night, and this forest is locked in eternal darkness. He has never been defeated.
Well, that may be so, but I must go ahead and face him.
Did he take someone precious?
Yes, he abducted my betrothed. How did you know that?
It's what he always does when he starts the game. You came unarmed. Your courage astonishes me.
I do have a weapon, just not my sword. That belongs to the company, and I left it behind when I gave up my title.
Honest to a fault.
I heard that many hunters have met their end here. If that's the case, getting weapons shouldn't be hard.
Take this with you. It will help you against monsters.
What is this?
A whip made with alchemy. It's stronger than any dead man's discarded sword.
Alchemy. I'm not familiar with that word.
Not surprising. The field experiments with the principles of God's creation of the world. The only person who truly understands it is Matthias.
You know Lord Kronkvist?
I have known him longer than you have.
I think Mr. Clarinet's finally
His
stopped.
family has a book of secret arts, originally handed down orally.
It's like how the guy throws a whip on the table and he's like, what is this?
Of course not.
Never seen a whip
Only
before.
a handful of people in this world know about it. There are some who consider alchemy to be heresy.
I see.
I'll tell you what, though, it's very refreshing to see
One of them.
character models like this after playing the Nintendo 64
No.
Legacy of Darkness.
If you are an acquaintance of Matthias, you are trustworthy. I will use this whip with gratitude.
Put your left hand out.
My left hand. Like this?
I mean, compare how ambitious this is compared to,
Don't move now.
well, I would say that Legacy of Darkness was certainly ambitious for the time, but this is... they're really trying to tell you a story here. The storytelling is, I guess, the main focus, at least in the early game here, because they really have a good medium in which to do that. This is sort of the beginning of, well, 2004 isn't necessarily the beginning of this, but by this point, it's still a very new thing to be able to tell stories like this in video games. Usually it's text only, and
Spell?
but here they can actually play out a whole
Special
scene.
power. If you block them with the gauntlet, you can gather that power.
What can I do with the gathered power?
You'll be able to use magical relics by releasing that power.
Magical relics.
Right. Those who excel in magic can use them. I have cast the spell so that you can use them as well.
Look at this, I mean,
I have
wow.
some. You should be
The way he
able to
paces,
obtain
the
when
way he
castle is
moves his arms when he talks.
I understand.
They were going all out with this game, I'll tell you that.
right now. This is all I can do for you.
This is a AAA Konami title. As it was at that time, anyway.
Ronaldo, thank you.
I can see why they were willing to have this be the definitive Castlevania
Leading to his throne is guarded by 5
on the PlayStation
So I will
2.
need to defeat them first.
That's right. That's essentially the test you must pass to fight him.
What a bothersome.
I told you before. To him, this is a game.
I realize that, but
If you have troubles, come back here anytime. They won't be free, but I'll keep potions on hand for you.
Well, thank you for that.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Are we getting more cutscenes, or are we ready to play the game? Oh, this is a very interesting perspective. Look at that. Oh, that's almost trippy to my eyes. So I need to familiarize myself with the controls. We've got jump on X, that makes sense. Square is to attack with the whip. Do we have different whip attacks? That is to show the heads-up display. Although I'm confused as to why that disappeared. Okay, what's triangle? Triangle is our strong attack. Again, we can bring that up, but does triangle use our MP at all? No, our MP... No, that did actually decrease our MP, didn't it? No, it didn't. Okay. Well, there you go. I guess MP would be... What we can do... Here's our item screen. I can probably check options here and check controls. Controller config. This is how you check to see what your buttons are going to be set to. But it seems that sub-weapon is circle, I see. Because we don't have a sub-weapon, it's not doing anything. So, that's good to know. Those cheekbones are a no for me. Well, just be glad he's got any cheekbones at all. Because I just came from Legacy of Darkness, where everyone just looks like they're made out of Play-Doh. So, there you go. Triangle is to go back, of course. A little different to what you might be used to. It's different to what I'm used to anyway. So we've got the Whip of Alchemy, that is our current weapon. I'm assuming that we'll get a nice list of that. I like that they have a spinning 3D representation of what the item's going to be. I'm really impressed with the graphics of this game, I have to tell you. I'm really impressed. And again, you could easily play games of today and come back to this and go, oh, this is crap. But if you play a game that preceded this one and then play this, then you can actually appreciate it as you would have been able to when it came out. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. This is great. I didn't have a PS2 at this time though. My friends did, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really play games growing up, at least at that age. Looks like I can't really jump this thing, that's alright. So we can go back in there, that's where we just came from. How do we go into the door? Okay, so... Well, I don't really want to do that. Is there an interact button? That's to... Okay, so R is to shield or whatever. What's this? Oh, that's... Oh, look at this! It's the radial menu from World. How about that? Nothing wrong with that. At least not in this game. X... So, oh, I see. So square is your interact, and that was a bit weird looking, but anyway. Hello, I'm here to talk to you already.
You've done well to come back.
Oh, no.
Is there anything you need?
You've done well to come back. I only just came out the door, or only just passed through the door. So we've got high potion, well, the other way around. Serum, which is for poison, uncursed potion. We've got no money at this stage, so we can't purchase any of this. I don't know why we would want to buy these, because to my understanding, we acquire these as we go, and then sell them for money. So as far as buying them, I don't know why we would want to. Magical ticket, if you use it, you will be taken to the front of Ronaldo's house. Memorial ticket is to return to the last save point you accessed, I see. Sacrificial doll, if equipped it is obliterated instead of you when your HP goes down to 0. Well, that's an easy way out, isn't it? White Bishop. A chess piece carved in detail out of ivory. It will increase your defense temporarily. Well, I would have preferred it to be something that permanently increased my defense while I had it in my
Push
inventory.
yourself too hard.
I will try, sir. I will do what I can. There you go, Vernon. God, I regret getting rid of consoles. So many memories lost. Exactly. You don't realize... I was talking about this during my Wind Waker recordings. You don't realize what it means to you until it's gone. And as well as that, when you got rid of them, it wouldn't have encapsulated a particular period in your life in the same way that it does now that more time has passed. But unfortunately, you still don't have those things, but... or you don't still have those things. But yeah. Well, oh god. The passing through doors is a bit over the top. Alright, where are we going? I don't know where our exit point is, but we'll work it out. Maybe over here. Oh god. What's with the background noise, dickhead? Get off the fence line. Okay, so we've got a pathway up there. That might be where we're going, but I'd like to just check to see what's happening over here. Okay, nothing over here. And it looks like we are heading this way. This looks like a road. I don't know what year this is set in. Most Castlevania games are set in a specific year. I don't know if this is like 19th century or 20th century, but if it's 20th century, it looks like a road to me that would be used for cars, but maybe not. I really don't know. I'm donating my Wii to a children's hospital. I'm a bit scared of losing all my save data though. I wish the Wii had external saves. Well, do what you can to keep the data, I suppose.
Wait for me. I'm coming to save you.
What gets me is that if you're going to donate a Wii to the children's hospital, I mean the fucking children's hospital can afford a Wii. Wiis are like $40. I don't know. I mean, I think it's nice that you would like to donate that, but I feel like the children's hospital could frickin' get a Wii for the kids. That's a very interesting rotating map. Indeed, it's in the style of traditional Castlevania maps in that it's, you know, blue with white lines, and then you can see the entrances and exits. You can see where you can continue anyway. But I almost would like it on screen at all times, but I can live with it not being on screen. Okay, so it seems that there are no camera controls in this game. In other words, right analog stick does not change the direction of your camera. Your camera is set, in other words. And there isn't even like a targeting system that changes the camera like it did in 64 or in Legacy of Darkness. So we can either go that way back there or this way over here. I don't know what I would prefer. I guess we'll go this way. I usually go left before I go right, so there we go. Here we are. I see. You're already selling all your Wii games. Well, fair enough. I think we're about to... Oh, head for the exit. During a jump, Leon can jump a second time. Okay. Usually you'd have to go and acquire that ability. Event item, Marker Stone 1. You can place a mark on the world map with this magical stone that shines red. Okay. Well, I don't know how that works. Does it need to be... Apparently I've already explored 2% of the frickin' location. I mean, that doesn't bode well. I've already explored 2%. I just started. Anyway. Well, relics list, here we go. No, that's not a relic. I thought it was a relic, honestly. So, orb list? No, it's not an orb. Is it a skill? No, it's not a skill. Is it an item? Must be an item. No, it's not an item. What did I just fucking pick up? I assumed it would be a relic, because usually relics are like passive abilities. So I've been given the ability to create markers, but how do I do that? There's nothing that tells me to leave a mark. Oh no, set marker is L2. Okay. Well, So I can set a marker here, can I? L2, here we go. Off? On. Okay. Well, if I need markers for one reason or another, then I can place them, I guess. It looks like that's all I'm doing in this direction, unless... No, it looks like I want to jump over here. No, jump, please. Or can I not get up there? No, looks like you can't get up there. Oh no, you can. Okay. I think I needed to hold X, in other words, the jumping button, to actually get him to jump up there. Which reminds me a bit of holding A in Legacy of Darkness. I need to sneeze. Oh, goodness me. So let me try that again, because I'm interested. So, I didn't hold X and I couldn't get up. Oh no, that seemed to work. I'm trying to replicate that. Yeah, I guess I just didn't time the double jump properly. That's probably what happened there. Alright. I really do think they go a little bit far with the visual effects when you head through a door. Anyway, take advantage of places you can traverse by holding the whip and swinging. I see. So what, you can actually use the whip to swing places? Holding the whip and swinging. Can I get up there? No. Well, I can assume that we probably need to do what it's... Oh! Okay. We can actually get up higher using the whip. There you go. Okay. Now, I don't want to go there because it looks like there's an item over here, but it seems that I'm not on the right... Yeah, right angle. Here we go. Mark a stone 2. So this is an event item. You can place a mark on the world map with this magical stone that shines blue. Okay, so now we've got red and blue markers, I suppose. Interesting. No, get up there, please. I just need to be facing in the right direction to get up there. Why do you turn like that? There we go. See, I don't know why you turned yourself before. That's very bizarre to me. Alright, let's make our way up here. So not only do we have a double jump, but we can get even higher using the whip, which is pretty crazy. Defeat all the enemies in the room to open the door. So obviously there is a way forward, but there's something barring our exit, which is interesting because in traditional Castlevania, you've actually always been able to run past enemies. In other words, you were never really forced to... You were never forced into combat, but obviously in this game they reached the point where they couldn't design the monsters in such a way as to really punish you if you're trying to run away from them. They were pretty good at doing that in traditional Castlevania. If you chose to just run through enemies, you would often still get hit just because of how they were designed. But here in this 3D space, they obviously don't know how to do that, so they've just made it so that you have to kill the enemies in a room before you progress, which is fine. I think that's sensitive. Okay. Got a combo going here. No, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Please go back. Okay. So I've got a skeleton here. We're already being told what the enemy is. Unfortunately, I'm in the way of that. Okay, I just learned a new technique. That is the quick step. It is guard button and X. Moves quickly in the direction of the left analog stick to possibly avoid attacks. So let's give that a try. Here we go. We have no stamina that's being consumed here, which is good to know. What is that sword icon next to our HP bar? I'm not too sure what that indicates because maybe that is our sub-weapon, but like a knife, a throwing knife, but we don't have any hearts. I think because we don't have hearts, we can't throw our sub-weapon. So we do have one. Oh, here we go. Now we've got some hearts. Very good. So let's destroy these things. We probably should have been destroying these before, but again, it's a Castlevania game, so I guess it would make sense that we can destroy things like this, but I'm not used to playing 3D Castlevania games, so I wouldn't have imagined that something like that could be destroyed by swinging our whip. It just doesn't look right, but that's one way in which certain things don't translate as well from 2D to 3D, but as long as you remember, okay, it's a Castlevania game, so these objects that carry flame can probably be destroyed, so there we go. Head for the exit. Take advantage of places you can traverse by hooking the whip and swinging. Okay, I shall do that. So I'm not going to use my sub-weapon because I know for a fact that I have a sub-weapon because there's a knife there. And now that I actually have... Well, that didn't fucking work, did it? Why did that not work? Can I hook my whip to you there? What's happening? I just need to work out how to do this. Oh, I see. I need to do the double jump to actually get in position. Okay. Well, why didn't that work? Come on. Okay, that got me across. We got a magical ticket, which I believe is used for warping to the guy, the guy who allows us to buy things. Ronaldo, that's his name. Are Castlevania games usually 3D? No. Castlevania is traditionally a 2D game series, but they've tried to enter the 3D realm. It started with Castlevania 64, and then after that we had Legacy of Darkness. This, to my understanding, is the third 3D game in the series. It is Lament of Innocence, and then after that we have Curse of Darkness. Those are both on the PlayStation 2. And then the PlayStation 3 got Lords of Shadow, which was intended to be a reboot of the 3D Castlevanias. So, yeah, they're still going with that series at the moment, I think. So there's, basically you've got 3D Castlevania and 2D Castlevania running parallel to each other. But the thing is, 2D Castlevania is kind of dead because Konami don't give a fuck. There's a lot to say in regards to that. Konami these days have just lost interest in their Castlevania intellectual property. You can manipulate MP if you guard against an enemy's special attack. Okay. MP will be consumed when using relics. Use the relics to defeat the enemy. I didn't say accumulate. I said something else. What did I say? I said I can... I don't know why I misread that, but it's accumulate MP. So... I think I said manipulate. Yeah, it's certainly not manipulate. So, I'll guard against your special attack. Here we go. There we go. I've got MP now, but I don't know how to use relics, so I need to work out how to do that. Relics list? I don't even have any relics. Come on. I have no relics, so what are you trying to get out of me? Oh, here we go. I have to get the Svarog statue. A statue in the image of the fire god. Flames spout in your footsteps. Okay, well... Or press circle while guarding to activate relic. Oh, okay. So I've got some MP now, so... Does this give me a fire attack with my whip? Is that how that works? Or did that actually perform an attack on its own? Actually, I'm not entirely sure. That was not clear to me in that moment. Well, there you go. So that's what you meant when you said I'd be breaking the lights. Well, unfortunately I hadn't worked out that those were breakable, but I did eventually, unfortunately. Getting some hearts now, so let's just for the sake of it, well, I'll do it against my next enemy that I find. I'll actually use the throwing knife. I'm not going to waste my hearts and just throw it for fun. Because I would, at the end of the day, like to see the damage that it does as well. Okay, so I can go that way or this way. Where should I go? Path of least resistance? This would be path of least resistance. Where does this take me? Into here. Probably just a room to get more hearts would be my guess. You did have to sort of go out of your way to find the direction that I discovered back there. But as we go through this door, it will be facing directly before us, so we will know to go in that direction. Go through the door. Damn it, go through the door. You don't want me to go back? Okay, you do want me to go back. Or you will, at the very least, allow me to go back, so that's good. Seems that hearts do reappear in torches that you've destroyed. I don't really know how to refer to them. They look like fucking bird baths. But they've got flames in them. I would call them torches, I suppose. But they look like bird baths. They do, look at them. You could call them pillars. Flame pillars, I guess you could say. So I think I've already found a few directions to go in here. Oh, what's going on here? That looks like Those look like cobwebs surrounding these coloured orbs. Definitely these coloured orbs have some sort of relevance, but I don't know what relevance they have at this stage. Where did we come from? We came from over here, I think. I believe we came from here. So therefore we can either go down there, or into that door, or up here. Let's go up here. That looks like fun. This looks like the most fun. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to prevent our entry. Yes, it is. A seal formed by 5 monsters has been set here. So I can assume that that means we need to kill 5 monsters in order to break the seal. So let's maybe go... Let's take the path of least resistance and go down the tunnel. Oh, it's like my character's dying when he goes through the damn door. It's like he's just walked into a trap. Is this... Oh! Oh, okay. Well, isn't that interesting? I had completely failed to realise that I'd returned to the... Oh, well, that's a concern. I hadn't realised that I'd returned to the main room, so... What the hell does this mean? Where should I be going then? The seal is... Okay, so there's 5 orbs here, so maybe I need to interact with these orbs in some way. Can I destroy this torch here? Oh dear. I feel like the 5 monsters must in some way relate to those 5 balls down here because, you know, there's 5 of them. Maybe I need to use that fire ability. But I have no MP. Well, we could try throwing, no. Okay, well, we basically just did a circle. We originally went in there, and then we came out here in the end, I believe. Which is a little concerning, but... I really did think that maybe using that fire ability would help. Right, look at the map to see where you haven't been. That definitely helps. Oh, okay. So that's super confusing. You are right, I forgot to use the map and help myself to work out where I was going. So using the map is super important because see what happened there? Without realizing, I returned to where I had previously been and then came through the same door that I originally went through. I thought that I had instead gone all the way around. Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. So that means that we still have to go over on this side. Thank God for that. Thought I needed to do something in this room that I wasn't able to work out. I would have worked out to do that eventually, but yeah. Checking the map is very important. Although that's a bit awkward. You know, I'm sick of seeing this shit on the screen. Go away. This fucking... Yeah, go away. I don't need to see that anymore. If I want to see it, I'll... Oh, it's control guide with X. Okay, so... No. So if I press X, that brings up the control guide. I see. So we don't want that anymore, damn it. Let's go this way first. Go through the door. Go through the door. Thank you. Okay. Let's look at those lovely water effects. I mean, that looks amazing. That really does look amazing. Okay. Oh, this is a... Aha, this is a save room. Okay. This is the first time I'm seeing a save room in a 3D Castlevania game. It's very strange to see. That was from the beginning, apparently. I will indeed overwrite that save data. Alright. It's really cool to see the... Fuck off, stop it. It's really cool to see these save rooms. I mean, this is a traditional Castlevania save room, but it's in 3D. So it's almost hard to imagine how this would be shown in a 2D space, but... Yeah, there you go. Go through the door, please. You have to wait until it actually glows green, otherwise pressing square will not interact with the door. Okay. In we go. gonna make sure that everything's alright with the chroma key, the webcam, all that. Yeah, we're looking good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Let me know if the game's too loud. I think it's about the right volume. I want it to be pretty audible, but I don't want it to be overpoweringly loud where it drowns out my voice at any point. But I think we're alright. I think we are at a good level. It's just, it depends on the game. Some actions are really, really noisy. Like, noisier than the rest of the game. And end up making it so that you need to bring down the game volume. Seems good to you? That's good to hear. You can place a mark on the world map. Okay, so that's my yellow marker. I have no real reason to place markers at this stage in the game, so... There you go. So we've got something going on over here. What's this? Map 1. Map of the House of Sacred Remains. Here we go. So House of Sacred Remains must be where we currently are. And we've been automatically taken up here. Is this a boss fight? I hope it's not a boss. I'm not really ready for this. House of Sacred Remains. I see. Well... Okay, we're being shown... Are those red rooms safe rooms? I think so, but we're not ready to go here yet. Let's go back. Come on. You need to really put yourself in the center there. We're not ready to go to the House of Sacred Remains yet, because we have not fully explored this place. But then they've just called this the House of Sacred Remains, so now I'm confused. Yes, that does indicate a save room. Hey Jim, good to see you. Am I seeing the Discord right now? No. What do you mean, the Discord? What? Oh god. Oh right, you're yeah. Talking about the oh, I see. So somehow a Fortnite YouTuber. Oh dear. A Fortnite YouTuber found my Breath of the Wild recording last time, and he was the guy who was trying to take me through the game. He was like trying to take me every little step of the way. It was horrendous. It was just horrible. So I don't even know how a Fortnite YouTuber even found my Breath of the Wild recording. I guess that's what happens. Like, Breath of the Wild does sort of open yourself up to, or open you up to mainstream gamers in general because it's so popular. But yeah, that guy was a goddamn nightmare. But thank you for that. That's good to see. No, I'm always happy to read while live, Alex. Yeah, I mean, this is a live stream playthrough. I'm always a little bit more relaxed here. Breath of the Wild can be enjoyed by that age group for sure. Yeah, that's what happens. Here I am just trying to play a fucking Zelda game, and then, you know, traditional Zelda would never appeal to Fortnite players, but I guess Breath of the Wild can. So there you go. I'm rather compulsively breaking these things now. How much money do I have? Probably not much at all. 54. I haven't been checking to see if I'm really in the way of anything on this right side. Every single game that I play, it's necessary for me to determine whether I should be on the left or right side. I put myself on the right side by default because that's non-flipped. But if I'm ever in the way of anything on the right, I will probably move myself to the left. But yeah, that's lovely. I'm glad you did some research on that guy. I'm not in the way. Yeah, I don't think so. I might be partially in the way of monster names when they appear, or enemy names, I should say. But I don't think I'm fully in the way. I think you can still see the names, but I'll try to see. What was the Oh, he's like 10 years old, apparently. That's, I'm sorry to hear that. What was the quote that I had again? If I had a solid object that I could smash my fucking head into until my skull collapsed, I would fucking do that. That's what it's like reading what you have to say to me. Oh dear. That's emotionally charged. He really was driving me insane. Well, there you go. You did miss something special, Vernon. Anyway, God, that was frustrating. Because I was the first thing he said, right? I was cooking food, and he came into the chat and said, "I have max food," and I'm like, "What do you mean you have max food? As in you've made so much food that you can't make any more?" And he said, "Yeah, I've made all the food or whatever." I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, this is going to be an interesting viewer. And then he took it upon himself to try to guide me step by step, and that was horrendous because, of course, YouTube has a delay. And he was going like, no, dude, just do this, dude, no. I'm like, oh. Anyway, and that was miserable. So how are we going with the map right now? Oh, we're now in castle entrance, but we can move the we can actually move the map on the map screen. Wow. Okay, I don't know if I want to go this way yet because I think there was another way to go. If it ever appears that I'm going in a really different spot to where I have previously been, it makes me want to ensure that I've fully explored the previous place before continuing into somewhere else. So that's usually the way that I approach Castlevania games. At the moment, I'm enjoying this. I mean, after playing Legacy of Darkness, this is a big fucking improvement. So yeah, this is good. Okay, so we still have a direction to go over there, but is that... Okay, that was the door that wasn't able to open, I believe. Yeah, that is the door that couldn't open, so therefore we probably do want to go this way. I just wanted to make sure. It's important that we check these things. I don't know if it was possible for me to check that. No, I don't think I was able to check that map when I was over here. I've already explored 5.2% of the castle. Well, at least I've also got Curse of Darkness to play. No, he didn't spoil anything. Toon Link demolished a 10-year-old. Well, I didn't know he was 10. You have to understand, some people are just dumb. Like, you can't... On the internet, you can't discern whether a person is 10 or just really fucking dumb. You can't. So... yeah. It's just how it is. I mean, I feel bad that he was 10. I didn't have a go at him. I was annoyed by him. If anything, I was successfully annoyed by a 10-year-old, which puts me in a worse light. How old do I think you are, Vernon? Well, I did talk to you. You've got a rather youthful voice, Vernon, so, but I know you're much older than I am. I don't know, I'd put you at about 30. Maybe you're a bit older, I'm not sure. If you played the PlayStation 1 when it first came out, I mean, you could be 30. Could have been young when it came out, or you could be 35, I don't know. But I'd put you at about 30. $30 right on the spot. Yeah, I had a feeling. You're about Ethan's age. Okay, so... where did we come from? One problem that I do have with this fixed camera is that I can get a little bit lost. Oh, that's a boss? Mini-boss confrontation? Boss confrontation. Are we ready to fight a boss? I think we are ready to go. Go through there, please. I beg of you. Okay. We've got another save room, which is kind of totally unnecessary. I mean, I'm a little bit shocked by how uneventful the start of this castle has been. Even in any Castlevania game that I've played prior to this one, you've at least got enemies to deal with. They're not very strong, but you deal with them, but this is just bereft of all life. It's just... look, I'm just running around in these areas, I guess. Well, let's go fight this boss, shall we? I'm ready. Can I get through here? It is sealed by an especially enormous power. Okay, so I guess we need a relic to get through there. How about this door? Well, I think we just came from that door. What the fuck is down here? I guess we need to return here later with something else. But it's a little bit rude that they would have us... Well, no, hold on. How the fuck do we get through? That's right, we did have another direction to go in, didn't we? We had that whole... We're currently in Castle Entrance. Where we can go is to the... that other place that was mentioned. I can't remember what it's called. It was called... No, not there. I'm getting a bit sick of that effect when I go through the doors. This is the door that we want to go through. We basically went all this way, all the way down these stairs, just to reach a door that we couldn't yet open. I have identified similar doors to these in Castlevania before. They are usually opened once you acquire a relic or some sort of item later on in the game. So that's fine. I'm not really expecting to be able to open it in some other way. But, yeah. Let's go and head through the door, wherever it is. Oh my god. That is just too far to walk. It really is. Okay, so if we go up here, then we can continue. House of Sacred Remains. Now I have a feeling that that's a bit of a nexus. I think we can go to different locations through here. If we walk up to that altar, I have a feeling that it will warp us to different places, but this is the only place that it takes us to at this stage. So there you go. Okay, well, we've got enemies, holy shit, just when I was requesting enemies, you know. It really was uneventful though, I will tell you that. These skeletons really don't have much to do they? They've got giant bones that they're swinging around. Oh. Oh. He's going in for the attack and he's missing like crazy. We've dropped something on the ground, or something has been dropped on the ground. What's this? I guess that was $10 or whatever, or maybe that was $25, I don't know. It said 25 on the screen, but I thought that I picked up another coin. So, I don't really know. It's, probably some kind of American coin, like a dime or whatever the fuck they call them. Anyway. What do they have again? Nickels, dimes, some crap like that. I would say that that's what they've done here. Because it's the Japanese way of making it westernized. That's why they do that. It's not like they're yen coins. Okay, so that is a door that we can't pass through. Right, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and dollars. Good to know. Good to know. We certainly do not have that here. We do this weird-ass thing called having cents and dollars. And then the cent has a value. So, don't know why you would overcomplicate things like that. I mean, it's not complicated if you learn it as a child, but... And even to me it's not that complicated, but it's certainly more complicated than the way it should be. I'll tell you that. Okay. So now that we're in this room, we've probably got a confrontation on our hands. Yes, we do. More skeletons. I don't think we have yet to be hit. I'm losing my combo. I don't know if we start to deal more damage the higher our combo is. I'm really not sure, but... yeah. I haven't really been alternating my combo, have I? I believe triangle gives me strong attacks. There we go, that's strong attacks right there. So skeleton archers, whoops. That's very interesting. That's an interesting dynamic. You can see the skeleton archer going to the back. And, oh shit, I accidentally keep hitting the right analog stick because out of habit I'm trying to change the camera direction. Can I interact with this at all? No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Let's stop doing that creepy okay thing. Now we can go through this door. How are we going position-wise? So I use the D-pad. Oh yes, I do have a pink PlayStation 2, by the way. Just thought I'd familiarise you with that. Outside of that, Yeah, I think we can go this way. That's a good idea, because at least that's going to be a little more adventurous. Because we can't actually see what's ahead here. What the hell is this? Is this a warp point? This looks like a warp room to me. It totally is. Check this out. I mean, it might not be. It might be something else, but... I think this is a warp room. What the hell is going on? Okay, so it's just it's something to open a door in the future. There's nothing that really indicates that this contraption is in the room. At least not on the map, so... We've already pressed that, so... That's good. That's the way everyone else does it, Jim. Oh dear. Well, this is a little bit more challenging than it has been before. I don't know how challenging confrontations will get in this game, but I will try to play as well as I can. So doing our strong attacks here does not consume MP or anything like that. As we established basically at the beginning of the game, we really don't have much MP at all. I'm kind of shocked by how little MP we receive as we play. But we are just at the beginning of the game. Maybe we just don't have a need for MP, therefore we are not given MP. I suppose that's how that works. I could start using my sub-weapon, because I have so many hearts at this point that I may as well. I don't think I can even collect more hearts than I currently have. Alright, catch you later, Vernon. Okay, so I need to get out of the habit of doing that. I mean, it's fine every now and again to do that weird okay, but we don't want to be. You can have something known as too much of a good thing. So, there you go. We will progress through here. And it looks like we have another confrontation with some enemies. These are flaming zombies, it looks like. They are just called zombies, and for some reason they were immolated. I don't know why. Don't know what lit them on fire. You look... Okay, you're vomiting. I thought you were shitting for a moment. It looked like you'd shat yourself, which would be an appropriate reaction to my presence, but... If they are... No, they're not like your typical zombies, because we do actually have to slay them to progress. Your typical zombies just infinitely spawn, but these ones obviously do have a limit to their spawn so that we can progress through the area. We've got some paintings on the walls here. And I don't think there is anything of interest in this room outside of those zombies that we just killed, so we can now move on. I don't mind a bit of 3D Castlevania, to be honest. I mean, it's not as fun as 2D, but hey. This was definitely good fun when it came out, I can tell you that, because, you know, you're engaging in the Castlevania experience, but it's all new 3D graphics. So it's fun in that way, anyway. Oh, what have we got here? What is that circle? Hello. Get out of here. Ouch. That hurt a little bit. Again, no control over the camera. The camera is all auto, but you know what? The camera is pretty good. If it's auto camera and the camera is good, that's fine. If it's auto camera and the camera fucking sucks, then that's when I'm going to start having problems, you see. It would be best to go this way first. That's where we're going to go. You would have a pink PlayStation. If you get the PS5, just spray paint it pink. Okay, I will do that in future. Why not? No, the pink PS2 is more collectible, you see. Okay, these things are new. I don't know how I'm expected to deal with them. I guess I have to wait until they attack, because otherwise they'll just shield what I'm doing. Yeah, Metroidvania is basically like Castlevania, but more Metroid style. Metroidvania is my favorite type of Castlevania. Oh wow, that's a good command. Square, 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 yeah. It's gonna be hard to remember that one. What is it again? It's square, 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 square? Yeah. Get out of here. You damn bastard. Okay, so we've got a lot of directions to go in now. We've got 4 different directions to go in this moment, so I guess we'll go this way first. Why not? It's the closest door. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. At the moment, I'm having fun, because I just came from Legacy of Darkness. I mean, there's nothing truly enthralling about this experience, but I feel mildly entertained. So, no problem, I guess. I'm just checking to see how it all looks on your screen. Looks fine to me. Looks pretty good, honestly. Would have preferred to have recorded in component, but well. Hello, you are a skeleton knight. You are also new. Haven't fought you before. Well, no, you don't. If there's one thing I have as an advantage, it would be range. I think he was doing a ranged attack there, actually, just as I was talking about that. Isn't that funny? I haven't been guarding, I've only been jumping to get out of the way of their attacks, because jumping to me, basically the difference between guarding and jumping is like the difference between rolling and guarding in other games, and I'm more of an evasion guy than a guarding guy. Let's see what we can guard. Oh, we can, that is 100% guard, good to know. I really wasn't sure if that was going to be all damage reduced, but it certainly is. Okay, you're going to take that long to fucking spawn, I'll deal with your friend first. Okay, so I think that's it for this room. Was that all that was here? No, there is a door just here. Okay. My eye is very itchy. I'm excited to be playing this and actually enjoying myself, I have to tell you. I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to like it, but it's fine. I mean, there's nothing offensively bad so far. I think it would be best to go up before going this way, so I'm going to go here. Get through the door. Okay, that's one thing I do not like about this game, it's door mechanics. They should have had a separate button for that. I don't mind having to be standing in the right place to get through the door. It's the fact that it's the stupid whip button. I'm not a fan of that. Stalfos, yeah, indeed. Let's use sub-weapons. How do sub-weapons work? Oh, they're not that great. Well, this particular one isn't that great. I would imagine that there's a better one. Okay, I'm taking a bit of damage here. I can seriously probably get away with not really... I really should be guarding more, shouldn't I? I wonder if I can do like a... Is there a special attack that I can do after successfully guarding or anything like that? I don't think so. Well... I mean, seriously, if I had any sense, I would not have even taken a hit by this point, but... It's alright, Doom Link doesn't have any sense, that's the way it goes. So, let's go and get some more hearts, or whatever the hell is being provided to us. And head through this door. That's why I came back here, I wanted to go through this door. I had a feeling that this would be maybe a single room, or maybe a... You know, it wouldn't continue too far, because you can see that you don't have much space going towards the east there. Oh no, you actually have a shitload of space, what the hell? Look at that. Oh my god, I've got that much space, guys. That's how much space I've got, so this could be going on forever in this direction, but anyway. Yep. I don't really like it when they're flying that high in the air. It feels like I can't hit them, but fortunately the whip does all the work for me, so I don't really have to worry about not dealing damage there. Oh, I got a little bit overzealous there. A bit complacent. Get out of here. Okay, I lost my money there. What's this? Oh, here we go. Got a crystal. Okay, crystal versus... Well, what does crystal do? That probably explodes when close to... Okay, does it... Is it like that when it's close to enemies? Or is it faster when enemies are approaching? In other words, if I were to place the crystal near an enemy, would it automatically explode? And then... If it's not near an enemy, it will just have a finite lifespan or something like that. I'm probably not going to do 100% of this game, CT. This is my first playthrough, and I don't really plan on playing it so much that I'll get 100%. It might be a really easy game to 100%, but look, I might do that, but I'm not going to make any promises. This is not a 100% playthrough set in stone. I'm just going to see how I go, and if it seems easy to do 100%, then I'll do that. Because I'd like to play Curse of Darkness soon. But I'm happy with this game for now. I think that's... Oh no, we do have a way to go. Just over here. Hold on, let's fix that. Well, there's an entranceway here. That's a bit sneaky, isn't it? How do we gain access to this? Oh, I see. Very tricky. That's why you use the map. I'm sure there's a way to get up there. I just don't know how to get up there. Oh, I think I see. Yeah, here we go. I've got some laughing kookaburras outside, do forgive them. If you can hear them, that is. Just trying to get up there, come on. Okay, now, how do I get over there? I think we can get up there. I just need to be at the right angle. It's very awkward. Doing these jumps is very awkward because it's very angle dependent, and... Okay, it must be on the other side. Maybe I can jump up on this side. No. It looks as if I can't get there on this side. Oh, I think I see. Well, we could try getting up. No. So the sub-weapons actually just stay there the whole time. If you ever change your mind, provided you haven't left the room, you can just go and pick it up again. It's $250 apparently. Can I... Oh god. Am I jumping into the ether? What's happening? Okay. So, I must just have to make a very specific jump to get to the other side there. Maybe we need a really big jump. Maybe we can't get there just yet. If it really feels like I can't get there, then I won't bother, but... It's not feeling too probable that I'll get up. Yeah, it looks like it just can't... The whip cannot attach itself to the top of that fence there. It just doesn't do that, so... Unless there's a way... Maybe I need to destroy that fence somehow. That might make sense. Let's try doing that. No. No. That definitely doesn't do anything. I can't destroy the fence. Yeah, let's leave that. Maybe we need something else in the future for that. Like a triple jump or something like that, or some other way to jump higher than we can jump right now. That's what I think. Sometimes you just need to cut your losses and go back to wherever you were, instead of trying to force yourself to continue in that direction. Ow. Taking rather foolish hits here. I feel any hit taken at this point in the game is a foolish hit to take. That would be my impression. Okay. Got some money there. How are we going for money? We've got 2,353 gold. Hold on, let me turn that. So, I suppose we'll take care of this area first. I think we're going through this door, are we? Yes. While we're here, we will go through this place first. You could religiously just break all of these if you wanted to, but that would really slow down everything, wouldn't it? Okay. So, go through this door, and then we've got this confrontation again. I think we did this confrontation before, but because we have returned here, we're doing it again. Not doing amazingly for health right now, but I will keep an eye on my health to ensure that I don't actually die. Right? Unless some crazy enemy appears, we shouldn't end up running the risk of dying. Because I think I've got a good feel on the sort of damage that I receive from enemies in this place. Of course, if I go up against a boss, I will have to be pretty careful though. Come on. Get out of here. Bastard. Okay. So, I think we're just progressing, are we? Through that door. Do we have one or two doors? Two doors. Well, let's go here, seeing as though we're already here. There's another room in which we have to kill all enemies. I think that how it works is that if you've already been into the room and killed all enemies, then even if you return and the enemies respawn, you don't have to kill them all while you're here. That's what I believe to be the case. I'm just going to leave the zombies for now. My priority is the skeleton guys. What are they called again? I think they're like skeleton knights or something like that. I can't step in your vomit. It's really disgusting that they vomit like that. I mean, it's disgusting enough in 2D. I don't know about 3D. 3D I can fucking live without. Too much information. Really. Okay, zombies are dead, and that should be an open way forward. What have we got here? One direction. But I'd like to just make sure that there's nothing over here. I feel like I can interact with that. If I see an object like that, I feel like I can pick it up, but maybe not. Oh well. Let's go through here. This is a big area. So we've explored 8.4% of the castle at this point. Yeah, maybe the game's not that short. When I had only just started the game and it already had explored 2% of the total map, I was like, oh god. That's a bit of a concern, but it's probably not going to be too... yeah, it's not too bad at all. I'd say that there's enough castle here. What? Oh, it's a flaming skull. I would like to not be hit by you. Whoa, he's chasing me. When they're flying like that, it's kind of difficult to get in position. It's kind of difficult to establish perspective, in other words. I'm guessing that we won't have any red skeletons to contend with in this game just because they will not work with the system that they've got here where you have to kill all enemies to proceed. The red skeletons definitely have a long history in this game, but is there any way to save at any time? No, the only way you can save is by getting to a save room, isn't it? Well, that's very interesting to have in a game like this. But I can appreciate that. That is the Castlevania style, isn't it? That's the Castlevania way. Don't know where our next save room will be, but it's looking like we want to take that northern exit there, so I believe it's just over here. No, I'm going the wrong way then. I think it's through this door. That should be it. Very good. Now, this is the point where we do really need to be keeping an eye on our health, because we are getting very low. Okay. So that just linked those two rooms together. We have no reason to continue that way, let's just go back. Nothing wrong with that. Again, like any Castlevania game, I just like to fully explore the map just to ensure that there's nothing that I'm missing or anything like that. We can probably just move on to the next area here. The reason why I'm doing this is because... Wait, do I have a level system here? Do I have experience at all? It doesn't look like I do. There's no experience system in this game, and I would prefer it if there were one. I feel like it's a step backward if you go from having Castlevania games with an experience system and then suddenly you take that away, but maybe there is one and it's just not immediately visible to me, but I don't recall leveling up at any time. So, yeah, and based on that fact, and the fact that I don't see experience here, or here in this screen, that would indicate to me that there is no experience system, so... I'd like to go and get this money. Oh dear. I don't want to get hit by any fire, because the fire's going to hurt if it hits me. Again, I'm being very careful right now. I'm concerned about maybe getting to a save point and getting fully healed. You know, we take this... The way I'm doing this is like I would any Castlevania game, whether it's 3D or not. I'm assuming that if you reach a save point... Oh, there's a save point over there. Okay, now we're at the point where this is being displayed again. In other words, this map has already been discovered. So, what we will do is head north from there. But yeah, like I would approach it with any Castlevania game, I want to be careful about my use of potions and whatnot, because you do get fully healed when you go to a save room. I'm assuming it's still that way in this game, so I will be careful. Let's see if we can get through this place. Oh, we're definitely going to be getting through here anyway. There's no confrontations in this room, but yeah, I'm going to try and get to that save point just further north there without healing, which should be perfectly doable. I just need to be kind of careful, because if I really resolve to do it with this amount of health, it does therefore put me at risk of dying, because it means I won't be willing to heal myself. But we'll see what happens. Oh, that was a bit scary. You're a bit off the screen there. Oh, hello. How are you still alive? Come on, man. Alright. That was $100. Imagine having $100, but as a single gold coin. You wouldn't want to be losing that. No, I dropped $100 on the ground. It just rolled into the gutter. That would not be a happy day for any person. Well, maybe for a rich person. Well, not even a happy day for a rich person, but it wouldn't necessarily be a sad day for a rich person. It'd just be like, oh, well, that just happened. Guess I shouldn't be carrying around these $100 coins. Bad idea. Oh dear. Well, again, we just need... Actually, I'd like to take care of that. Yes, we just took care of that fire skeleton, or fire skull, I should say. Because that thing's kind of dangerous to keep alive for the reason that it can hit me from a distance. Oh dear. Took a bit of a hit there. Knew I'd be able to hit you there. I've not been using my exploding crystal. Let's try to use that in our next confrontation to really ascertain its use. Actually, we'll keep it like that, that's fine. I'm still working out how to control the map screen, to be honest with you. There's almost like a separate control scheme to get used to there. Here's a save room. You can always tell if it's a save room if it's got a blue door, I suppose. Which makes sense to me. Let's go and heal ourselves, shall we? I like that's really funny looking. His whole aspect blurs, and he starts, you know, nonchalantly walking into a solid object. He's like, I'm walking through this door, even though I'm not going anywhere, but it's blurring, so I guess that means he's walking through it. It's really funny. Really funny looking. Okay, I would like to save, thank you very much. I would like to select yes, if you wouldn't mind. Save complete. See, at least there he was crouching. Like, that might be him crouching trying to open the mechanism to get the door open, but or interact with the mechanism to open the door, but I swear to God, it looked like he was just sort of aggressively walking through the door, but obviously not actually getting through it because it's a physical, solid object. So. Yeah, I'm not seeing any XP system, as in experience system, so I'm not too sure about that. What I mean to say is that if there is no experience system, if I've already been in this room, then is there any reason for me to kill these enemies? I guess technically because they can drop money, but with a lack of an experience system, or in the absence of an experience system, I'm left wondering whether it's even worth killing these enemies if I've already been in the room. Okay, I need to be careful here. I've got 3 of these flaming skulls. That fire attack is not of great range, but I have to say that might not be their only attack. They might have greater range, but with one specific attack, oh, let's be careful. Very good. Ow. Stop, leave me alone, he's biting me, he's fucking gripped onto me, what an asshole. So you don't want to go that close to those skulls, because they will just bite you and hold on. Which is of real concern to me. Okay, this is a throwing axe, I never got to use the jewel. Okay, well whatever, I can imagine what the jewel would do. What's it called? Is it actually called a jewel? It's called a crystal. Well, I never used the crystal, but I can sort of imagine what it would do, so if I had to really think about it, I think I'd prefer the bloody axe, so let's go through this door over here. Oh, no, I'm misplaced. We are going over... Oh, it's one of these again, where we have to jump. So you can't actually see what's above you until you jump up there, because it's so freaking... hold on. It's so out of your field of view that you just don't know. Now, is there anything on this side? Yes, there is. I can get up there. I think I could just do a regular double jump and get up there. Yeah, I can. Look at that. Don't even need the whip. That's $250. Very good. Welcome back, Vernon. Oh, it tells you what it is before you even pick it up. If you just walk past it, it does tell you what it is. That's pretty cool. How's it coming so far? I'm definitely enjoying it more than I enjoy Legacy of Darkness, I'll tell you that much. Legacy of Darkness, I mean, it's not necessarily unpleasant to play the game, it's just there are unpleasant parts to it, and this is generally fairly fun. Nothing to really write home about, but it's good enough, I guess. Oh, we've got peeping eyes. No, peeping eyes! This is dangerous. I've got Keese fucking homing in on me. We've got the peeping eye in the distance. I've never seen a 3D peeping eye. It's going to be very strange. Whoa, shit. That is of concern to me. Holy God. I just learned a new technique. That's triple square in midair. It's a mid-air combo attack with the whip. Again, the combos have been super complicated so far. We've had square, 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 followed by square, square, square. So, pretty serious combos here. Hello, William. Good to see you. Well, welcome to the live stream either way. So we're continuing well and truly in this direction. We do have more to do over here, quite a bit more to do over here, but for now we seem to be quite well, I guess, focused on going in this direction. We are committed to this direction is what I was trying to say. Couldn't get my words out there. We've got some skeletal dogs here. Stop hitting me, damn it. The enemies are, I mean, already the enemies are getting a little harder. I mean, I don't like dogs at all. It doesn't matter what fucking game they're in. I hate dogs so much. They are goddamn annoying. Particularly in Souls games, I don't like dogs. But who would have thought, even here, in Lament of Innocence, the dogs are a damn annoyance. I think that's all the enemies of this room, but there's some stuff up here that I'd like to access. I think I can do the whip. Hold on. I'll whip myself up there. There we go. And then we can go around the top here and pick up some money. I think we've got more money to get to here. Up we go. There's some money. We're absolutely rolling in it now. Absolutely rolling in it. Well, I mean as enemies, John. Not necessarily as followers. Followers are fine. It's just as enemies, my god. I feel bad when there are animals in these kind of games. Well, fair enough, but it's a skeleton. You know, it's a skeletal dog. I don't think there is much sympathy or empathy to be had with a skeletal dog. It's a pile of bones. Oh, we've got red skeletons. Well, what happens in this game? I see. So what will happen is that we're actually not in a place where we need to fight these enemies. We can get the hell out of here. I'm out of here. See ya. I know how red skeletons work. I've played Castlevania before. Those bastards are just going to constantly reassemble themselves, so I guess that's how they're going to do it. If you enter a room with red skeletons, it means that you do not actually need to kill all enemies to progress. There you go. Makes sense to me. It means you just avoid them. I mean, you can fight them if you want. Maybe they could be between you and something important, but if they're not, then just don't fucking fight them. Because there's no reason to. It's a little bit different in the 3D space. In the 2D space, yeah, oh, here we go. Well, I think I understand. You are probably who I need to kill, whereas the red skeletons themselves are probably just a nuisance, you know. Oh, I can guard you to get some MP there. Excellent. If you could turn... That's not good. Oh god. I've been taking a lot of damage here, but why are you turning red? That was a bit weird, but as I said, all we needed to do was kill that guy, and we were able to gain access. Okay, what's going on in this room? Oh, it's another one of these. Marker Stone 6. You can place a mark on the world map with this magical stone that shines white. So that is our white stone. This is another pressure plate. This is our... Come on, man. Get on the fucking thing. Unbelievable. So, this is 2 of 3, I believe. There should be 1 more. Oh, that's for a different door. What the fuck? That is actually for a different door. Well, that's unbelievable. You won't. No, get that out. Anything else here? I don't think so. I'm not really liking my health right now, so what I'm going to do, because it seems I'm only getting money from these fucking enemies at this point, I'm just going to run on through. I don't have time for you bastards. Does this have a leveling system? No. There is no leveling system that I can see, which is a real step backwards because traditionally Castlevania would have a leveling system, but there is none. So from what I can see, if you look at this item screen, there is no experience presented here. Like, I don't have my level, I don't have, like, there's nothing there, and I have yet to level up or anything like that in the game, so there is no level system from what I can tell. There's nothing that would reflect that in the item screen, and I would have leveled up by now, you'd think, so. It is a shame, yeah, I agree. Because that is really just something that was part of Castlevania, at least in Metroidvania, that is what you would have. I don't think in traditional Castlevania there was a leveling system, but it makes no sense to me that they wouldn't have that. Maybe it's just too complicated, maybe there's just too much to handle with a leveling system on top of all this, but I don't see how that's the case. I would almost guarantee that Curse of Darkness would have a leveling system, though. It seems a little bit too strange that they wouldn't have it. So maybe they just weren't willing to do it for this game, but I have a feeling that Curse of Darkness will have it. I do get a little bit confused between Curse of Darkness and Legacy of Darkness, I do have to admit. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to get confused over, though. Alright, so here's our save point over here. We do not get all of our MP back, it's worth noting. We only get our health back, which is probably fine, to be honest. So, House of Sacred Remains. We have a lot more to actually traverse. We've got all of this down here. We've got that. And no doubt there will be more places to branch off into, or branch out into, outside of what is already marked on our map here. So, yeah, I think we've got a lot more to explore in the House of Sacred Remains. But what I'm going to do for now is actually go to the bathroom, so I will be back in just a moment. I was a bit worried for a moment there. I thought that maybe my head was phasing out of existence. It does if I position myself in certain ways, but in this seated position, I think it's fine. But I probably don't need the chroma key to be this strict. I do have a bit of natural light to work with right now, so I will tone that down a bit. There we go. Now we don't have to run the risk of Doomlink phasing out of existence. There is a branch above that looks like I can go to as well. Where might that be? Oh, you're right. You are right, yeah. Was that something that I had passed up on before? I do see what you're talking about. Let me just check that again. There was a direction that I didn't continue in. I think that's it. There was a direction that I felt that I couldn't traverse. I will try again, honestly. I will try to go there while I'm here, because it does bother me, to be honest, that it's there. But I believe that this is where I was trying to jump up onto, but couldn't. Again, I'm just going to ignore these guys because I've already been here. But yeah, in this room, well, I guess I'll have to kill these guys here if I'm going to try and make this jump. But so any sub-weapon that is hidden in one of those torches will be lit a different color, as you can see. We do have a jewel there, and it seems to always be the same sub-weapon. So, well, what was that? We just received some sort of power from the Ghost Warrior. Is that a... Okay, Svarog statue is a relic. Orb is... Well, what was that? Item list? No. What did I just pick up? Skill list, here we go. So, that's extension, that's... Extension 1, quick step. Well, what did I just pick up? I swear I just picked up something and I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like it came specifically from that enemy. It sort of reminds me of the Aria of Sorrow system, Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, where you acquire the abilities of the enemies you kill. That's what it looked like, but it probably wasn't that. So this place here caused trouble for me before, and the reason why is because I can't get up there into that door. There must be... It's probably my fault. Like I'm probably struggling to get up there because I'm just not doing it right, you know. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. Basically, they're saying that you can't approach it from this side because there's a fence in the way. So that fence definitely cannot be traversed. Like, I can't get over that. So this, on the other hand, maybe I can get up there. Maybe I can do this. No, that's too high up. No, I think I need some other ability to get up there. It's a little annoying to leave that there, but I am now satisfied that I can't get there at this time, so I'm not going to worry about it. Hold on, where am I going? Going over here. There we go. And then we'll go back to that save room. We'll get that tiny little sliver of HP back. We may as well save anyway, because I think we did pick up something there. I don't know what it was, but it felt like we picked something up. So one thing to take note of is that we have yet to actually use our sub-weapon with the axe. Well, the axe sub-weapon has yet to be used, so we will use that. I will save, thank you. Thank you, Vernon. Okay. Make our way down to the southern area. Although that confuses me. See that S there? That makes me think of south, but I will treat that as north and this as south, just for the sake of simplicity. For the sake of being able to describe where I am and where I'm going, so... And I think I'm going that way, yes I am. Not interested in these enemies. You know, really, if there were an XP system, experience system, I would kill all these enemies every time. But if I've been into these rooms before, I won't do that. Maybe that's what they really wanted. Maybe that's why they didn't have an experience system in this game, because they didn't want for you to feel obligated to kill enemies when you have returned to a room. But the thing is, that's always how it's been in Castlevania. Every time you return to a room, the enemies respawn. So, I don't know. I feel like they wanted to do that. They wanted the enemies to respawn, but they didn't necessarily want you to feel like you had to kill them if you had already cleared the room before. It's a bit weird. I don't know why they would make that change, but anyway. I won't allow it to bother me too much. Again, just run past them. So our continuation point seems to be to the west over there. And the door is just here. And we've killed all enemies in this room before, so there you go. Oh god, we've got some... Oh, I hope they're not flea men. Well, here's hoping they're not flea men. I don't want to fight flea men. Oh, they're fucking flea men, alright. They bounce around, surprisingly, they bounce around less than they do in Legacy of Darkness. Which is a shock, to say the least. I just got tomato juice, apparently. Oh, they do fucking bounce around though, don't they? How annoying. Fucking flea men. So we've got heart repair and whatever that was, tomato juice. A freshly squeezed juice with no added flavorings. If it's a freshly squeezed juice, why is it in a can? That's not how freshly squeezed works. You don't freshly squeeze it, then put it in a can and seal it. Like that's not how that works. I mean, you can say that it was at one time freshly squeezed, but it's not fucking fresh anymore, is it, if you put it in a can and probably added preservatives to it? I don't know. Doesn't seem to make sense to me. There is a shocking disconnect between that icon with the can and the freshly squeezed juice, but I do like this. One thing that you don't get in a 2D Castlevania game, obviously, is some sort of three-dimensional representation of what you've picked up. It's all just as an icon. See, the icons are still here, but now you can actually get a 3D view of what you've got. So imagine if you were just playing a 2D Castlevania game, and all you had to go based on was that icon in the item list, but if you actually look at the information, you've got a 3D representation of that, and I like that. I think that's really good, because it allows you to really see what you could have had as your only means of identifying what it looked like. But then you can also see the more detailed view. And it's not like it's the most impressive three-dimensional model, it gives you a more clear sense of what it is. You can more clearly see what you're dealing with. So, yeah, I just enjoy that. Again, just to give you I guess some sort of opinion on how I feel about the game going forward here, and thus far how I feel about the game. It's not amazing. It's not an amazing game. Maybe it is for the time. I mean, I have to make it very clear, I don't play many early 3D games. This is starting to get out of early 3D. I hesitate to refer to this as early 3D because this is 2004. But it's early enough that I can say that it's an era of 3D that I don't really touch. When it came to 3D games, I was mostly picking up the late 2000s ones. Prior to late 2000s, I was playing 2D games, top-down games, sprite-based games. You know, the sort of games that you would expect to see in this time period, but on portable systems. That's more what I was playing from this era, not really PS2 3D games like this. So maybe for a 3D game of this time, this is perfectly fine, and you wouldn't be able to expect something better than this. So, based on my limited exposure to 3D games of this era, I would say that it seems pretty good, and at the very least, I haven't really come across anything that I dislike so far. You know what? If a game doesn't have something that really pisses me off, makes me angry, seems to be a massive shortcoming that is affecting my gameplay negatively, if it doesn't have anything like that, then that's a good game in my opinion. If I'm sitting here having fun, it doesn't matter if it may come across as a one-dimensional or average experience, provided I'm having fun, the game's done its job, you know. In terms of how this has communicated the Castlevania format to the 3D space, like how has How has it represented that? I'd say it's done fairly well so far. They've obviously done some interesting things here to try and keep the formula intact while moving into a totally different realm, that which is 3D, but I'd say it's alright so far. I haven't come across anything really terrible. Ocarina of Time was a real problem because that was the first expression of 3D in the Zelda series, and Zelda just got better as a 3D game with each iteration, and it's what you can expect. I mean, what we're playing here is the result of their experience with Castlevania 64 and Legacy of Darkness. Legacy of Darkness and Castlevania 64 are quite far removed from the Castlevania formula, whereas this is actually just trying to have a Metroidvania Castlevania game, but in the 3D space, which is good. Oh, you mean with the 3D items? I see. I didn't see when you had said that, so I wasn't sure what you were referring to. Anyway, just thought I would talk about the game a little bit there. I'm sick of accidentally touching. I really shouldn't touch my right analog stick at all. Where the hell am I? Oh, we've got more flea men to deal with. I thought maybe I had returned to where I'd previously been and I was fighting them again, but actually I'm just fighting more as I progress, which I'm not really impressed with. I do not like flea men at all. I don't think they're going to infinitely spawn, although they might. Actually, that might be what's going on here. So let's get the hell out of here. What the hell? What are these? What are these? They're destroying me. Stop. What are these things? Oh, I need to... I see. I can't fight them. I have to jump. So I really was trying to fight them at first, but you just jump over them. That's how we do this. So we've only got one direction, no, two directions to go in. Would we like to go down or to the right? I think down. So that means we're going here, but can we get through a door? The door is over on this side. No, get through there. I'm wasting my hearts, accidentally pressing circle instead of square. Okay, so that was a bit stressful, took a little bit of damage there, mainly because I didn't know what the hell those things were. That was a bit bothersome to me. Okay, so, whoa, holy shit, no. I don't know what the hell to do here. Okay, that's how I get through that apparently. That's of concern to me. This apparently opens a doorway. What's in here? Oh, it's one of those pressure plate rooms. Okay, excellent. But this doesn't necessarily link to the same doors that we've interacted with thus far. Oh, fucking hell. Getting on top of these things is impossible. I wish I could describe to you how hard it is to get on these things. You have to jump from kind of far away to actually get there. You-ha? Or who-ya? Okay. Here we go. This was the first door that we interacted with. Also, hello, A-Gaming. So the funny thing is that I don't even know where that door is. I mean, it's all well and good if you know where the door is, but I don't know where it is, so I'm a bit confused. Anyway, are we going this way? Is this a good way to go? I really don't know. Oh god. As long as we're jumping over this, it seems that we're alright. Oh my god! That was fucking close, okay. We got through that somehow. I'm not doing well for health at all, but we are coming quite close to a save room, so we should be alright health-wise. At least I bloody hope so. Of course, I'm fine with health provided something weird doesn't appear. I remember getting this game on launch, paid $90 for it. Yeah, well, this is my first playthrough. I'm enjoying it so far. It's good fun. What I don't like about this is that I have to wait for them to spawn. When I see them, I want to hit them. I want to kill them. I don't like having to wait for them to appear. It bothers me. Okay. Get that archer. The archers need to be dealt with, because otherwise they're just going to be hitting me from a distance. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that is what I mean to say. Let's get that money. Good day. Oh, there's a lot of you around here. Hello. I think... Whoa, what happened there? I think... See how they're... Well, you can't really see it now, but their weapons were glowing purple just slightly. That might be enough to actually get MP from those weapons when I guard them, but... Anyway. Well, I can relate to that, gaming. I remember Twilight Princess was very expensive when it first came out, even on GameCube. And that was the first time I bought a 3D game of that era. All the games, I was just actually saying it before you arrived, gaming, but during this era here, I was playing portable games, not 3D games on PlayStation 2 and such. So my experience with 3D games is mostly from the late 2000s. That's when I started playing 3D games properly. But I guess my first proper 3D game purchase would have been Twilight Princess. Okay, let's go through the... No, we can't go through the door. We've got some enemies to kill. Which makes sense. They're really making us work for that health increase. I mean, keeping in mind, we are not forced to only get our health back by way of save rooms. We do have 2 potions here, and we also have tomato juice, which I would assume also allows us to recover our health. But we are going to save that for when we really need it. We do not really need it because we are very close to the save point, or to the save room. There we go, I will indeed save the game, thank you. Ooh, it's taking a little while to save there. It's very funny to go from cartridge-based games to disc-based games, because saving takes so much longer on disc-based games. If you are used to cartridge-based saving, my god, it's like, done, you're saved, easy. Whoever's idea it was to go to disc, bad idea. Why did you do that? Where should we go? Should we go? No, I think we want to go to the east. I think that would be the best plan. I've not played any of the Onimusha, there we go. I've not played any of those, no. What's this? Oh, holy water. Well, didn't really get to use the axe, did I? Oh, that's the axe. Well, let's use holy water. Holy water is usually better than the axe, so... Yeah, Nintendo going to discs was a strange decision. You would have expected that those guys would have held out, but... Anyway. Because Nintendo wanted to explore disc-based technology with Sony. Of course, the story of the Nintendo PlayStation is a well-known story, but it was Nintendo that wanted to explore disc technology first, I guess, and then they wanted to work with Sony, but then something weird happened, and as a result, Sony just went and made their own fucking console. But while Sony were the ones who pushed it, I feel that it was Nintendo's intrigue, like their interest, that led to it becoming ubiquitous. Well, maybe not what led it to becoming ubiquitous, but it was the first push. I wonder if Sony... I actually don't know what Sony's position was. Was Sony prompted to work on that technology in gaming, and then by the time they had gone so far as to create the Sony PlayStation prototype for Nintendo, they were ready to actually pursue it seriously, or were they going to do it anyway? In other words, did Nintendo really push them to it, or was it largely their initiative? I don't know. I've actually got no idea. I'm a bit worried about this room. Oh god, we don't want to touch... Oh, stop it. We need to jump over these. Oh. This is a rather nasty place. I don't like this at all. I can see the things on the ground, okay. I couldn't see the things on the ground, so... I thought I was maybe getting hit by the barriers there, but I was not. Let's go through the door. So it was Sony who wanted to partner with Nintendo. It wasn't Nintendo who wanted to partner with Sony. Okay. And that's what I wasn't sure about. Assuming you're correct, of course. But that's what I was wondering. I wasn't sure if Nintendo were the ones who had taken the initiative with disc technology. Seems that they were not. the ones. We've got a way to go over here. Whoa! Oh no, we don't have a way to go over here. Well, no, we do. Hold on. Ow. It fucking hurts. Well, hold on. Whatever, we'll go through here. I feel like there was a door on the other side. What's this over here? Looks like there's a T, whatever this T-shaped thing is in the distance on the map. Makes me wonder what it is. Haven't come across this before. Wonder what the T stands for. We're about to find out. Right, music led them to disc technology, that's true. That's true, but and I was expecting that they... Look, if Sony were not involved with disc technology before, Nintendo would not have come to them. This is assuming that Nintendo came to them and Sony didn't come to Nintendo. What my question was Sony prompted to go the route of disc technology for gaming because of Nintendo? And that was my question. I knew about disc technology with Sony, and it would stand to reason that they were dabbling in disc technology if Nintendo involved themselves with them. What I want to know is that, or rather, what I want to know is whether or not the gaming aspect to it was brought about by Nintendo. That's what I'm trying to work out here. I actually don't know. But anyway. Oh, it seems to be locked. You need a yellow dragon key to open it. So that's actually a key icon, is it? Yes, it is. See, it looks like a T. Just looks like a T. But it's actually a... Oh, there we go. Trying to spin that around. Okay, so that's a key icon, so that means we can't go there. That's fine. Well, they held out with handhelds because it made sense to do that. I always felt that Sony's decision to go with UMDs for handheld systems was very strange. That never made sense to me. That always felt like they were clutching too aggressively to disc technology. Like, why would you do it for something handheld? Because handheld is synonymous with portability, and portability is synonymous with a rugged design. Disc-based technology is not rugged at all. It's fragile. It's very... You know, all you need to do is open the back of the PSP. I mean, let me show you this. It's ridiculous. You know, but I'm going to show you. This is a PSP 3000. This shit is really fragile. Like, you open the back like that, and then it's weird. Like, it's not normal. Look how thin the door is. The door is really thin, and listen to the sound of it. It sounds fragile. It doesn't sound like something rugged. And then the UMD itself is this little thing. This is the Freedom Unite UMD. It's just... It does sound like an old CD player. Well, it sounds like an old Walkman. It's just... You know, it's not... It doesn't make sense to me. To me, it was them really clinging to CD-based technology in a way that just makes no sense. Like... I mean, let's look at the mechanism inside. Also, the problem with this, I mean, I don't know if you can see it. The electronics that are in there, right there, that's for reading the UMD. That can get dirty quite easily. The idea is that portable consoles are not for home, really. The idea of having something portable is that you can take it around with you as you go outside, and it's just... I mean, it's secure. I'm shaking the system. You can't hear anything rattling at all. It's secure. But once you're opening it, it's a bit weird. What you're actually hearing rattling are the buttons. But, pretty, look, I do like the PSP. What a nice design. Like, what a fucking... To be completely honest, while I don't understand why Sony went with discs for handheld systems, God, the PSP shat on anything that Nintendo ever did. I always felt that Sony were better with handheld systems, but, and this is a big but, Nintendo had the better games. Nintendo always had the better games. So. But yeah. The only problem with PSPs is that when your game is loading, it makes a lot of noise. Like that UMD is making lots of noise in the back of that system. So, Tomb is making me super jealous. I can't find my old PSP. Did you see the articles recently about how the batteries are starting to explode? Now, my battery is just there. That's my battery sitting in there. It is, you can see that it is actually pushing up a bit. Only a little bit. Only a little bit. But, it's not pushing out so much that it's of concern. Like when I, hello Soluna. You're actually not the only watcher, but it might appear that way to you. But yeah. If Nintendo didn't have Mario and Zelda, they would have been out of the business, yeah. I do agree. But, yeah, fortunately my battery, as soon as I heard someone saying online that the batteries are starting to explode, I was like, oh. So I went and checked, and I did notice, like, I hadn't actually checked my battery in maybe 10 years in my PSP. And then I looked at it and I realized, yeah, it was, like, actually bulging a little bit, but only a little bit. I guess the word bulge sort of implies something major. You know, bulging a little bit is almost oxymoronic, but it isn't causing the door is still flush with the system, and yeah, lovely system though. The PSP Go I never got because that was digital only. There's no reason to have a digital fucking PSP, at least not for me. I liked UMDs, so yeah, this is a great system. If you don't have a PSP, get one and play the old PSP games on that. But having said that, I did say that there's no real reason to play PSP games on a PSP anymore because you can emulate them very easily. They look better on a PC, like much better, and they're more comfortable to play because you can play on a controller. One thing that I do have against the PSP is that the games are more ambitious on the PSP, and as a result, you end up feeling the lack of camera controls a lot more. You've only got the D-pad and that single directional nub. So that's one problem with it, but anyway. And yes, PS Vita is superior. If you've ever held a PS Vita and played on it, and you compare that to the 3DS, oh my god, it's shocking. Like, it's one thing to look at PS Vita and go, oh, it failed, ha ha ha, but it may have failed, but I'm telling you now, you compare that to, like, if you've actually sat down and played on a Vita, it's actually enough to make you laugh at the 3DS. You don't laugh because you're more disgusted and disappointed in the fact that the 3DS was the main console of that era. I mean, the way that I would quantify it is the PS Vita felt like a handheld console of the future, whereas the 3DS felt like something really outdated. So we just got access to that door, but again, I don't know where the bloody door is. I've got no idea. I'm just being shown some door in a black void that's being opened by whatever I'm doing, but... Oh, I see, I can't get through there, so I actually had to go all the way around it. Oh, that hurt. I'm actually at risk of dying. If I keep taking damage here, this is going to be a problem. So we want to continue through here. I'm following the spikes because they can't go the other way. Oh, go through the door. This is where we entered from, yes. So we can't actually do anything there, but we can continue in these directions here. Well, just this direction. That's actually all we've got available to us. But I would like to go back to that save point because I'm not feeling too good about my health right now. And definitely, Switch is now leaving 3DS to be, well, it's making 3DS look quite irrelevant, because it is irrelevant now. The Switch, however, has its problems. I haven't played on a Switch Lite. What I would say is that if you want to play on a portable system, play on a Switch Lite. Not on a Switch, because while a Switch can be portable, it's not comfortable to play because it's too heavy, it's too big, it's bulky, it's big, it's nice, but it's not comfortable to play on, at least not in my experience. Playing Monster Hunter while portable on a Switch is unpleasant, at best. At worst, it makes me want to rip my hair out. But, yeah, I think the Switch Lite is better for that, in that it's lighter, obviously, and also a little smaller, a little more compact. So therefore, it works better as a portable system. So, it's kind of funny to think that while the original Switch does have the capability to be a portable console, you don't really want to use it that way. If you really want a portable system, probably get the Lite. That would be what I'd say. Oh, I think Sony are a little bit too afraid to go handheld after the failure of the Vita, because the Vita didn't just fail, it bombed. The Vita bombed. I don't know how much money they lost, but... Well, I don't know if they lost money. They might not have lost money, but... I don't know, I feel like they... I don't know how they could have made money. It did terribly. I don't know the stats, I don't know all the information about the Vita's performance, but God, I mean, it was a joke, unfortunately. And I played on it when it was somewhat new, and I was amazed by how good it was as a system, because I'd played on a 3DS before, and I was disgusted by how much better it was as compared to a 3DS, and yet no one played on it. Because no one played on it, and the reason why was because of the games library. It wasn't very impressive at all. I just need a grip for my Switch in handheld mode. I see. Well, maybe that would make a difference. Admittedly, I don't use my Switch handheld, so I don't know what sort of accessories would exist to make it better as a handheld console, but anyway, we found the door. Oh, Oblivion was originally supposed to go on the PSP, that's fine. I can imagine that. Although it wouldn't be anywhere near as good as the PC one. I like to keep away from this flail. I'm a bit scared of it, honestly. I'll have to... Oh, wasn't facing the right way to shield that. Well, I wasn't able to finish shielding that, actually. Wasn't able to get my animation out, anyway. Okay, well that's that. I'm upset I can't make fun of this game, right? It's actually fine, like there's nothing wrong with it. Other than Cheekbone Boy, yeah, well. Surprisingly, it's a pretty decent game, and, what is that, a Visago? Okay. If you know your mythology, Castlevania is the series for you, because they all appear, don't worry. But, yeah. This is actually pretty fun, and... I mean, it's not amazing, it's not, like, incredible, like... It's opened my horizons in a way that gaming never has before, but... Fucking walking in the vomit. But yeah, I mean, it's fine, like, compared to Castlevania 64 and Legacy of Darkness, my god, it's a huge improvement. Where would I like to go? I think I'd like to go over here. I think that's where we're heading for. And we've got another confrontation room. Good day. Oh, the fucking dogs. Here we go. Hello. I'd like to hit the dogs and you if I could. Which I seem to manage to do. There we go. Just alternating between the dogs and the knight guy. How long have I been recording? 2 hours and 15 minutes? I might just keep it to 3 hours. I don't really feel like doing a super long recording in here. Something about this game, it doesn't feel like a game that I can play for a long time. It's, I mean, I don't I don't dislike it, but I don't think it could keep me entertained for 4 hours or 5 hours. It might, but not at this stage, from what I can see. I don't know. Get out of here. You damn bastard. Alright. Actually, where is my phone? Oh, it's there. Where's my phone? It's underneath my game case. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check something. Okay. Because while I am live, I like to have my phone nearby in case something happens and I get a call and I need to answer it. Yes, Elder Scrolls on the Go is indeed a system seller, and I'm surprised they didn't get around to doing that. My guess is that they would have run into issues, honestly. While I can imagine Oblivion on PSP, that's not to say it wouldn't have been significant. Like, that would have been a big deal to get Oblivion working smoothly on a PSP. Like, whatever it would have been, it wouldn't have been a PC experience, like a PC level experience, but obviously they just ran into too many problems. Maybe they just couldn't get it running consistently well or something, or there could have been something else entirely that prevented that from taking place, but yeah. I'm sure that had they really worked to get it done, there would have been many difficulties to deal with. Yes, I use Android. God, Apple. I used to go with Apple, but that's only because there was a time when Apple was better than Android. My first smartphone was an iPhone 3GS. And Android was alright at that time. We're talking like 2010. Android was alright, but it still wasn't quite there. But by the 4th generation of iPhones, yeah, Android was better. So I've still got my iPhone 3GS somewhere. Don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. And I'm sure if I plugged it in, I've got a 3-pin connector somewhere. Because I have my iPod. I have an iPod 4 somewhere. And I went and revived it, so I got a 3-pin charger. Is it 3-pin, 30-pin? What is it again? Anyway, the wide thing, maybe 3-pin is not. I think it's 30-pin. Anyway, there's a number 3 in there somewhere. But, yeah, I would be able to charge it, and I'm sure it would just launch into whatever it was before. I think I jailbroke it. Keep it in safekeeping? Okay, well, I don't know where the fuck it is. It's somewhere. I think the last time I saw it was 6 years ago. I think that's the last time I laid eyes on it. You have your original iPhone still? Oh dear. The funny thing is, the original iPhone didn't really change. Well, the iPhone didn't change visually until the 4. It was pretty much the same thing visually for the first one, second, and third. So the 3GS was like the last of the original iPhones from memory. And then the 4 got that slim look. But yeah, my point is that I became an Android user after I think I got... I skipped the 4. I had an iPhone 3GS and an iPod 4 that I got whenever that came out. And then I skipped the iPhone 4 and I got an iPhone 5S. And the 5S was my last Apple device. I never went Mac, of course. I never used Macs. But in terms of phones, yeah, the iPhone 5S was my last. And then after that, I got a... what did I get after that? I believe it was a Galaxy... Yeah, I actually stuck with that iPhone 5S for a long time. I stuck with that until... Yeah, I stayed with the 5S until I got a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah. I might be totally missing a phone there. I'm taking terrible hits right now. Absolutely terrible hits. This is not good at all. I'm too busy thinking about and what fucking phones I've owned. I don't think there was a phone that I owned between the S7 Edge and the 5S. I really don't think so. But yeah, that's my phone history. And then after the S7 Edge, I got the Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro, I think. That's what I have now, so... I got that like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. Whenever that was somewhat new, I can't remember now. But yeah. I wasn't willing to spend Samsung money on phones anymore. I wanted flagship specs, but not at a flagship price tag. My last phone got run over by a car. Don't ask. I won't ask. I mean, some people drop their phones in the toilet. You know, I've never understood that. How do you drop your phone in the toilet? I've never had that issue. In my whole life, I mean, you know, I've had phones all my life. I've never dropped one in the toilet. Never. And I know some people who've done it many times, like, not just once or twice ever. But is the car okay? I've known people who've dropped it several times in the toilet. I've never fucking dropped a phone in the toilet. Don't take your phone to the toilet. And even if it's near the toilet, don't drop it in. What are you doing with your phone? Are you a man taking a piss while you're holding your phone? I mean, a female friend that I used to know, dropped her phone in the toilet like 6 times. I mean, she was a funny girl, but she dropped her phone in the toilet many, many times, and, you know, she's not standing up to take a piss, so what's going on? Like, how do you get it in there? Doesn't make any sense to me. How do I get past that shit? Oh, I see. It appears and reappears. I understand. Now, how do I... Or does it not? What is going on in this place? What is going on in this place? Okay, can I get up to this high level? I think I can just, yeah, jump on that. Oh god, it's one of these again. This is more finicky than you might think. This is not easy to manage, getting across these. You need pretty good timing, it's very specific. Come on! What more do you want than that? I know it looks like I totally missed it, but it's a matter of it doing it and not doing it. That's... okay, whatever. You know what it probably is? I'm not at the right angle. My character is not at the right angle. It looks like it would be good enough, but it's not. It's very specific. Okay, I won't do a double jump. Will that make you happier? I'll just do a single jump. Bastard. Yeah, it's happier with a single jump. Whatever. What was... oh, come on. You know what needs to happen? I need to hit this pressure plate. It only stays down for a limited time. And then in that time, I have to make this jump. This is how I get across. Over that. There we go. And then we go through just like that. That was fun. I can understand people dropping tiny flip phones in a toilet, but a smartphone is just crazy. Yeah, these were smartphones. I think she was dropping a fucking smartphone in the toilet. Silly female. But, yeah, that was, well, not just her. I've known other people too who dropped their fucking smartphones in the toilet. I can't think of the flip phone days where people were dropping them in the toilet. Oh, I've got the cross. I haven't even been using holy water. Hold on. So, what have we got here? That's probably not too good, is it? What's happening there? Okay, what would I prefer? Well, the cross seems to do roughly the same thing, doesn't it? It only affects your immediate area. So I'll just stick with the cross. I mean, the cross is usually the way to go. They changed the cross. The cross used to be something that you threw, but now it's something that swings around you. I think they made that change in... was it Harmony of Dissonance, or was it in... no, the cross wasn't in Circle of the Moon, so I think they made that change in Harmony of Dissonance. I don't... no, was the cross still throwable in Symphony of the Night? Was there even a cross? I think there was. I don't know. 3D Castlevania reminds you of Devil May Cry. Yeah, I do believe that Devil May Cry was Capcom trying to be Konami. That's... I'm quite sure that that's what they were going for there. Assuming Devil May Cry is Capcom, I think it is. Anyway. What? Why do people bring their phones in bed too? Not like even put it on their desk, but put it under their back. Why would you sleep on your phone? I don't think anyone does that, Jim. No one sleeps on their phone. That's weird. I'm sure they would just leave it next to their head. Or something like that, which is probably not great, but... Anyway. I don't think anyone actually sleeps on top of their phone. That doesn't sound realistic at all. It seems that we are in a new part of the House of Sacred Remains, which is cool. Going to pick up stuff here. How am I going for hearts? I probably don't have... No, I do have 80. Okay. Even though I was using my cross for fun, I've already got 80 hearts again. Through the door we go. You put your 3DS under your pillow, that's how it broke. Okay. Well, a 3DS is one thing, but, well, under the pillow is a little different, but... Jim's specifically saying, like, you put it under your back and then sleep on it. That's just weird. I don't think anyone does that. Oh, they put it... Oh, I see. So what happens is they leave it on their bed as they sleep, and then when they wake up, they're sleeping on top of it, I see. Well, I'd like to shield what you guys are doing. Whoa. Okay, let's not shield. Let's just jump around, shall we? We do need to be careful with our health. I'm keeping an eye on my health. I cannot afford to die. Let me tell you that, because it's been a long time since I was last at a save point. I think we just killed all enemies. Very good. So, there is a temptation there to drink a potion. I'm not going to lie. What are these things? Can I interact with them in any way? Doesn't look like it, but there are literally stairs going up there, so it makes me wonder if I can't interact with them in some way. But anyway, let's go left before we go right. How about that? Unless we get to a save point soon, I have a feeling we're going to... Oh, no. I have a feeling we're going to... No. Okay, I'm not taking the risk. Let's have a potion. Cannot use items here. Open the real-time window with the right analog stick and choose. I see. This is the real-time window. I'd like to use you, please. Well, that barely recovered any of my fucking health. No, go away. Stop it, sir. Oh my fucking god, this guy's annoying. I'd like to hit you. So you're dead, very good. I'm fucking scared of this guy, I have to tell you. No! I'm cursed! This is terrible. This is the first enemy that I'm coming across that's really challenging me. Oh my god. So I'm cursed, but do I have anything that can... I would have to use the real-time thing, wouldn't I? Well, I can check to see what I have. Is curse? I have an uncurse potion. Okay, let's try to do this as quickly as possible. Uncurse, here we go. And then heal ourselves. Holy shit. I should have shielded that. Lost my machinery. I can't shield it in time, I'm stuck in my combos. Okay. Well, he's dead. Fucking hell, that was rough. Well, I'm a little bit concerned. I probably should have been using my cross, to be honest with you. This is the first enemy that has really fucked with me. Okay. Well, he's hoping there aren't more of them. If there's more of them, I've got a problem. Can we get a save point, please? What's that? Dagger? No, thank you. No, thank you. I will stick with the cross, thank you. That is going to be much more effective. The synth plus organ music's kind of cool. Yeah, that's the Castlevania special right there. Synth plus organ. Got some horse heads here. Well, they could be, no. So, no, those are goat heads, I think. Or some kind of head. I can't continue here, but apparently there aren't any enemies, so I must need to do something. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm expected to do here. Maybe open one of these... I don't know. Crypts? Is it a crypt? No, that's not a crypt. A crypt is like an actual underground tomb. A crypt and a tomb, I think, are largely synonymous, but, so I guess that would be like a sarcophagus, or a... I don't know. Well, I don't think I can really progress here. I don't know what I'm expected to do, but... maybe interact with the... with these somehow, but... Goats, horses, I just want to give head. Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that you want to give head to an animal. That's a lovely little admission you've just made. Okay. So, what is that item? Oh, that's the dagger. So it actually tells you what type of item it is before you even pick it up, which is good to know. At least, I'm assuming that's the case. Maybe it only appears when you have already... oh god, go away. Maybe it only shows up on the map if you've already picked it up, and then you know what it is at that point. It's possible. Let's try and get that fucking save point. To be honest, I'm probably going to finish up at my next save point, wherever I can find that. We'll see where it might be. Oh, no, 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 no. This is bad. Where can I go? Should I try to jump over the laser? Oh, shit. Try to jump over the laser. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Where am I? Okay, how do I get back up? That's bad. That's bad news. I can't fucking see what I'm doing. Help me. Where am I? Oh, I see where I go back up, yeah. That's cool. So, we have to be careful of that laser. We have to realize that I do not have any healing wares at this stage. Why did you fall off, you fucking fool? Oh shit, do you realize how bad this is going to be if I die here? I hope you realize this, because I haven't been in a save room in a long time. Should I just look for a save room? There might be one. There might be one over there. I think I'm going to look for a save room. I'm not fucking around here. It feels like it's been so long since I was last at a save room that I just can't afford to throw myself into that place right now. Doesn't feel right. Too late to delete that comment. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's get through this door. See if we can get over through here. I did not want to get hit by you guys. Is this going to take us to a save point? Please, please take us to a save point. I'm a bit concerned by the fact that I haven't saved recently. It's not just the health, it's the progress. I want to be able to save in this location. Oh, it's this fucking door. Shit. Okay, so that room over there was the room where I couldn't continue, wasn't it? Yeah. That's where those red blades were blocking the door. Ugh. Well, I am looking for a save room. I can't fucking find one, so too bad. I'm just gonna live with my current HP and just hope that I can get through this next part. Okay. Wait, no, what am I going to do? Am I going to try and get to a save point over here? Maybe I could do that. Maybe that's a good idea. That could actually be the best idea. Returning to the lower floor. And where is the nearest save room from here? It's all the way up there? Well, I guess I could do that. And just run past all the enemies. I guess it's safest, isn't it? Well, let's do that. Let's just get to that save point and finish up, because I think I've done pretty well today. I did about an hour and a half of Legacy of Darkness, just finishing that up. And now I'm about done, 2.5 hours through Lament of Innocence. So there you go. Our save point is still further ahead. My god, I've really gone quite far to get to it. But I just don't want to take the chance, quite frankly. What I will do is I will resume past this point. I will go further into that room we were in before, and then I will resume there. That is the plan. Oh dear. Through the door, thank you. And then there's the save door right there. Thank God for that. I'm sure there was one very close by, but I wasn't going to take that risk. I wasn't interested at all. I'd made too much progress. It's one thing to be able to run past all the enemies and get through the door if you've already cleared it, but it's another to have to kill all the enemies again just so that you can gain access to those doors. I mean, it's going to be quick to get back is what I'm saying. It's going to be much quicker to get back if we've already been through those rooms than if we haven't already been through them and we've had to return to a previous save where we hadn't yet gone through them. So, yeah, that was the best way to approach that. I feel. Admittedly, I haven't been playing well, but yeah. Either way, we will be continuing into that B1F location. And seeing where we end up in the next video. This has been the first recording of the Castlevania Lament of Innocence livestream playthrough. I do thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. And I don't know when I'm actually going to record the next part. I'll probably do Wind Waker before I do the next one of these, but I'm just glad to be done with Legacy of Darkness, and I'm glad to be here in this game. So I will see you all next time either way, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.